sitting inside.
I don't blame you.
I hear you guys have gotten like 100-degree weather down there.
Yeah, it's going to be 102 forecasted today.
Ugh. I know I got to come down on Friday, so it's like, I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, don't worry about it. It's a real dry heat.
Yeah, I know that one.
I always tell people that's why God made air conditioning and ice cold beer.
That's right. Amen. That's the truth. I think the sun is going to keep turning on me. Ugh. Keep turning my chair. Figure out which way to go. There we go. Okay, well, I thought...
Yeah, my mother once said about me that her son turned on her and she slapped me. So I hope that
yes.
Brings back old memories.
Yes, sure does. Let's see if I can find stuff here.
You know, we have the most delightful, most wonderful, magnificent free coffee at the KLP office. It's for that reason alone, why wouldn't you want to be part of the KLP culture?
I drink 1 cup of coffee a day, and that's as soon as I wake up, so couldn't enjoy it.
Dick, are you being facetious about the coffee?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
You talking to me? What was the question again?
I said, are you being facetious about the coffee? I've never worked at a brokerage that had good coffee.
Oh, we have excellent coffee.
Oh, that might be grounds to make me switch brokerages. I'm not kidding.
We actually try to keep the grounds out of the coffee, but hopefully we'll perk you up. But the key to making good coffee is opening up the bag the right way.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've studied the art, and Miss Heather below you, well, in my picture, she's below. She was very instrumental helping me learn how to make good coffee when she used to work in this wonderful place, and then she left us. We still miss you, Heather. The memorial is still here, by the way. Every week we put flowers at it and we say, oh, where is Heather at?
Well, I see Dan on, but I don't hear him.
Ever here?
He's probably muted and coaching us the whole time.
Where you be? Where you be? There you is.
Look at that physique. I like your background, Jason. That's a very, very attractive and very powerful background.
Thank you.
Now, if you could only have Jesus walking behind you, that would be magnificent.
He's actually beside me.
Pardon me?
There you go.
I said Jesus is beside me. He's always with me.
Yeah, okay.
Amen.
No, it's thank you. I appreciate it, but yeah, it's kind of made me think of my dad. He was a Vietnam vet and finally found God. So
we thank him for his service and for his humanity, and he raised a good son.
Appreciate that.
Well, don't let him down now. All right.
All right. Hey, Big Dan, what are we waiting on?
Nothing. This is Angie's show right now.
My show. Okay.
So. Y'all get
So I know that.
So you don't
well, this is my first one doing this for the month of May. So I just wanted to make sure that we were on the right track. My understanding is the first 10 minutes or so is to motivate, ramp up, get going. And then the last 15, 20 minutes is script, role play, that kind of thing. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So who besides Dan, who's getting their haircut tomorrow or on Friday?
I got mine yesterday or Monday. I got mine on Monday.
No, you must have a personal choice there.
No, he opened up and I said, "Oh, are you guys open?" they opened, and then Doug Ducey came in and said now he was going to change it to a Friday. He goes, well, you're already here, so go ahead and sit down.
There you go. Yep. No, I hurried to get my appointment on Saturday, so that's why I'm coming down to Tucson, so I can actually get my hair cut after all these months. I think Dan already did his.
I actually shaved it. What's today? Wednesday. I think
Yeah.
Monday night. So.
Yeah. Well, you can come shave my dog because he needs his hairs done too.
You know what? I'll do it. I got some clippers.
He just went through my garden, so I'm not happy right now. He's a mess. My garden's a mess, and if I wasn't afraid of having to spend money on a bullet, he'd be dead right now.
Got my haircut scheduled for the 12th, and I couldn't wait for it because there's some brown hair coming back in, and I got to get the color again so that it keeps that silver. Hey, silver! Silver.
I like that. I like that. Cool. All right. Anybody have anything good going on this week? Tell me something good in your business.
I got a lot of goodness, guys. I know you got a lot of goodness. Let's share it. Come on now. Don't be shy.
Yeah, come on. I want to hear.
Yesterday, so you guys can answer. Come on. I'm wearing a gecko shirt, for crying out loud. Let's go.
Well, I'm encouraged. I'll share. Last night, Scott Anderson, he's another KW new agent like I am. And anyway, we're talking, and we're going to be partners during the whole Bold, and we're strategizing and want to build each other up and keep ourselves accountable. And we had a great, there he is. Hey, Scott. So we had a good conversation. Looking forward to working with him this month. And
Yep.
we're excited for the month of May and looking forward to June 1st to celebrate. So new things.
So what I'm hearing is that you guys are going to be each other's accountability partners.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What is that? Tell me what accountability means to you.
Well, as a independent or single agent, not a team, sometimes you can get in a mindset that is not the best for productivity. And it's nice to have someone who can have your back, encourage you, and even kind of help pull or push you in the right direction. And looking forward to that. Keeping me accountable for my goals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're talking about mindset. And if Scott's going to hold you accountable for your mindset, what can Scott do to keep your mindset where it needs to be? What can he do?
We're going to be meeting on 10 o'clock mornings and go over our previous day and talk about the next day. We're also going to do scripts and role play. Kind of just look at our goals, look at our objectives, see what we accomplished on a daily basis and what we need to do to
Great.
didn't mean to say do, but anyway, it's what we can do.
Do.
The next day.
So,
yeah, go ahead, Scott.
Going back to mindset is, if you're 3 o'clock in the afternoon and all of a sudden your drunk monkey's on your shoulder, do you have permission to call Scott so that he can walk you off the ledge?
I don't know. Hey, Scott, how about that? We didn't discuss that on our first meeting.
No, we didn't talk about that yet. What my goal was in calling Teresa is, first of all, we went through Ignite last fall together. So we have some shared experiences, and we're probably at a very similar place in our development as agents right now, success-wise. So, and comfortable with each other. And yesterday, Steve and Dusty in Bold Pivot were very clear in the guidelines for accountability. Be fair, honest. We hadn't talked about the availability thing yet, Angie, so thanks for bringing that up. And Teresa, offline we'll have a conversation about how that works. But that's a great suggestion, Angie. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah, and that in your traditional bold, that's one of the things we do is we always find an accountability partner. And generally starting off the very first thing in the morning, you send your accountability partner your affirmation for the day. And that really does help set your mindset, and that you encourage each other on that particular affirmation and follow up with it. So I think that's just the first key of accountability is your mindset and keeping each other accountable to that. So start off with some affirmations that way.
Cool. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Cool. You're welcome. All right. So as we're moving into this script and role player next, what, especially with May 1st already passing, and I'm assuming that you're all making your calls, what are you running into in your conversations? The reason I ask is because we can talk about objection handlers, which is very much a part of script practice. Everybody went dead here. Does that tell me nobody's making their calls?
I think that's exactly what it's telling you, Angie.
So welcome to Dance
no.
World.
So I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask the hard question. Why are you not making your calls? Be honest. I mean, we're all here. There's no judgment. Trust me, you're not experiencing anything that I haven't experienced even currently in my business. So why are we not making our phone calls? What got in the way? What got in the way? I know better than to ask why questions.
Yeah, I am making some calls on some leads I'm getting, not getting some answers, leaving voicemails, and then I'll follow up with email and text. So I don't want to come off as a stalker, but I am trying to reach out.
So there's a trigger word that I just heard was stalker. Anybody else ever feel like when they're making their calls, they feel like they're a stalker? Raise your hand. I do. Especially right now that, you know, with everything that's going on in the world, how could I possibly call somebody that during this experience and ask them if they want to sell their house or buy a house? Is anybody feeling that way?
I was feeling
Jason?
that way, but now it's nice because I really like coming with care and calling just to check on people, not asking them, do you want to sell a house? And I believe that that's the best way to approach everyone, not, everyone in your sphere.
Is there a chance that there's anyone in your database that is experiencing maybe a job loss or a cut that they may not want to sell, but may have no choice because their financial situation has changed, or maybe they have a family member or they know someone who's experiencing that. So not letting them know that you're there to help, I think, is doing them a disservice. What do you think? Anybody have anything to share about that?
Yeah, actually, one of the people that I am helping, it was a lead and they're wanting to maybe buy later in 2 years and wanting to sell their house now and rent. I was able to just talk to them and get them into credit counseling and letting them know that, while, selling a house would make me money, it wouldn't be the right decision for them, that they should stay in their home and continue to make their payments instead of selling it and renting, if they don't have to have it for liquidation purposes. So for money.
So when they say, this is what we're considering, one of the ways that I would approach that is, tell me what's important, why that's important to you. And you can start going 3 deep into those questions as to their thought process. And it's amazing how much you can unearth to get them thinking, because that's what's important, is to get them to think and drive them to the right decision for them on their own, without us telling them what they should do, you know, unless they're specifically asking for advice. And so did they share with you what was important about them selling now in order to buy later?
Yeah, he opened up a lot actually, and that's the only reason I, offered 2 or 3 different credit counselors. They've been going through a hard time. They both have good jobs, but their credit got hit bad, so they're wanting to build that back up. And
Good.
So that's,
So what kind of a campaign have you set them on?
that is why I need Scott. So I need to get them actually entered into Command today and get them on a campaign. But I am,
Good.
I sent him an email last week, wanting to know how the interview went with his credit counselor, and just let me know,
Good.
that I'm thinking of them.
So would that certain circumstance, would that be a condition, or would that be a cause or a reason, an excuse, for lack of a better term? Is it a condition that we can overcome, or is it just a reason to dig deeper?
Deeper.
Part of it, yep, deeper.
Johnny,
Deeper. There's there's things where we can get an objection, and especially now that may be a very real condition, and we can't overcome a condition, and then we can just stay in touch with them. And the reason I'm going here is because part of script and role play is your objection handlers. You may be practicing all of the initial conversations of getting into talking to people, but when they come up with an objection, I'm going to recommend that every time you hear an objection you haven't heard before and didn't know how to answer, write it down. And then get out on our Facebook page and ask people, how do I handle this? Or when you're in script and role play here every day, okay, got a new one. How do I handle it? So the reason that I'm asking is I want to be able to go into a role play if anybody's had a particular objection that they don't know how to overcome. Anybody got one?
this is for you guys. This is where you develop. Bring out the things from the closet you don't understand. Don't be shy. There's no such thing as a simple situation that you feel is not worth our time. Bring it up. You guys heard in the bold call yesterday that the call that they script and role played was almost identical to the call that we did in our scripts and role play. Right? So I know you guys have something. Nobody on this screen is a millionaire real estate agent writing books and all this nonsense.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I was going to say that.
Big dots, yet. So get out of your own way. Start asking questions. This is where you develop.
Can I share?
How many of you have been? Yeah, go ahead.
You know, there's so much misinformation out there. No one knows what's going on. And I see myself as spreading good joy and a positive feeling, and calling up people and seeing how they're doing, showing them caring, and asking them if I can send them a little bit of information that may be of help to them or their family or their friends, maybe tell a joke. But because I think most realtors right now are afraid to call up people, and they're sitting at home. I'm not saying the people here, all right? Now, they're afraid, but the fact that we are in the game and we're doing well, and these people will have needs, and there's going to be a pent-up demand that's going to happen real quickly. And we want to be their go-to person that they're going to go with when they say, okay, I am ready now, or my daughter's ready to buy a house, or my son-in-law wants to sell his house, whatever. But we need to be in the game and just constantly use every bit of resources we have with the things we have in Command, Bold Pivot, but just to be there and continue to be there. And don't be afraid, because if you are, just put a mask on so they can't see your face and they won't know it's you.
So I've got a challenge for you guys on making calls. So especially with everything that's going on today, but this was happening even before the COVID was happening. We have people moving from California into the state of Arizona, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds a day. I cannot remember off the top of my head what that number was. It was like 300 a day or more. I think I'm being conservative. A day are moving to Arizona. So if you're struggling to find somebody to call, I would say get on Google, pull up a Keller Williams, or go into your white pages, find a Keller Williams Market Center somewhere in California, and make a phone call to every one of those agents and just say, hey, wanted to check in on my fellow KW agent. How are you doing? How's the market holding up? By the way, who's your go-to referral agent for the state of Arizona? I would love to be that person. And get them into your command as a referral partner, and get a campaign for those referral partners. But you could literally call 24 hours a day for weeks on talking to fellow KW agents. And California is a big state, and there are a lot of Keller Williams Market Centers there. And I believe that you would have a pretty good shot at getting a referral. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Who wants to take that challenge?
That's a great plan. I'm going to do that today.
I
Good
love
idea.
it.
Just to give some
Thank you,
insight,
Scott.
guys,
Thank you, Scott.
I got a referral request being the PC. I get a lot of them because PC to PC.
Mhm.
I got one
Mhm.
yesterday from California. It's probably a 300
Uh-huh.
buyer, if not more. Cash, pre-approved,
Yep.
30 to 60-day close.
Yep.
So
I'm telling you, right now, if you've exhausted your database and concerned about continuing to stock them, really concentrate on building your referral business and concentrate on, look at what's going on in our country. And right now, so much is coming to Arizona. They're getting jobs. They're leaving. I just got a referral a couple days ago from Salem, Oregon. Actually from a KW agent in our office. So, they're out there, they're moving. Arizona is a hot spot for people to move to, and it's only going to intensify with everything that's going on right now. So build that base, rebuild that referral partner, create a campaign about how you take care of those clients, and remind them that, hey, there's a great referral fee that can come from this. So I think that's something that you can practice on with your script for referral partners and build your pipeline.
To piggyback on that, Angie, since you're mentioning command, and you can actually go in and create, I think, who was it? Teresa did it, I believe, marketed somebody out of state. So that would be a great idea to make that campaign for California.
Yeah, I
Right.
was just thinking about that, Jason. I did the neighborhoods from designs, and I picked Northeast Tucson. And then I went into MLS and found out exactly what's happening in Northeast Tucson, and got how many homes are for sale, what the price point is, everything that you need to go in the little cartoon video, and targeted New York. Actually, sounds like I need to target California, different areas in California. So thank you for that, Angie. I will definitely do a new marketing Facebook ad today through Command.
Well,
Yeah, I just want to encourage everybody to keep making those phone calls, because I know right now it's difficult, and that's a warm call. Everybody knows the difference between a cold call and a warm call. And talking to a fellow realtor who also may be struggling, and it's like, who in your database might be considering the move. I mean, I think about that like right now, even with everybody in Tucson and in the Phoenix market, I ask who in your database may be considering buying or selling up in the White Mountains, for people who have been hit hard with the stock market or lost their job and need to sell their vacation home. You know, having those, I don't have access to those people, but I have agents who do. So talking to those agents, just, you know, to get them thinking who might be in their database that, that they can help. Those are good questions that when you're having your conversation with your database of learning about them, do they own vacation property? Do they want to own vacation property? Or future retirement property, all kinds of stuff like that. So just keep, think big in the conversations you're having with them.
May I share an idea? Every realtor out there right now, especially in Keller Williams, is using Zoom, right? Or most of them are.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to talk to another realtor about referrals, and they're from different markets, set up a Zoom call with them, create a custom, these custom things are easy to do. This is my come to the land of milk and money, Tucson or bust, and call people in California, create one for the White Mountains, create one for the Midwest, and have them all set up so that it takes you just 5 seconds to put that background in, set up the call. When they see something like this and you're telling them that you want to be their referral agent here in Tucson, because people are moving here and they know that is going to send a solid message. It doesn't take rocket science to create. I'll help anybody to do it.
Great. Well, thank you for that. No, I like that.
It's great, Dick. Yeah,
So,
I bought a green screen and wanting some help on that. Thanks.
Pardon me?
I did buy.
Is it something
Lost her
I
there.
said, Teresa? Okay.
I think she said she bought a green screen and she needs your help.
Call me, Teresa. You talked about it 2 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting for your call.
Okay. Thank you, Dick.
I don't want to make you. I don't want you to feel accountable for it, but you asked me 2 weeks ago, and I still haven't heard from you.
Okay, I will call you.
So
And
is that
was
how it
very
works?
big on that thing.
Is that how it works? You have to have you have to buy a green screen in order to change your backgrounds to the ones that are not already on Zoom?
You can use a green screen can be a green cloth, thumbtack behind you. You can use a plain color. You can have a white wall, and it becomes a white wall.
To answer your question, no.
What?
Dick, answer the question was asked. No. You don't need something special to put up extra green screens. It helps. Like, notice my background. It is not a green screen.
Neither is mine.
If you have an
what Dick
older
was saying is,
computer,
like,
yeah.
see when Dick moves, he doesn't have a lot of this, like, you
See
can see
this
where
right
like,
here?
itches.
Yeah.
I paid $49 online to have this made up so I can put it behind my wall and have a virtual thing whenever I want it. But Zoom does it for free. I didn't need to spend $49. All you have to do is, I have a green wall right here. I painted it. So I'll get back here. This has all been painted in my office. You can get a cardboard, paint it green. It makes it look a lot better, a lot professional. Why not do the best you can? Doesn't cost you a lot of money.
Dan, were you saying because he doesn't have like an outline? Is that what you were trying to say?
No, you see how mine glitches
Yeah.
and Dick's doesn't?
Yeah.
It's because a green screen creates a better filter for the system and it doesn't glitch as much. Now, if I were to take mine and actually tell it I have a green screen and to look for the white coloring, it would block out all the white.
That was spooky.
That's wild. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Very.
so that's what a green screen does. It just allows the system to not have to filter out all of the different shadowings and stuff like that. It makes it cleaner. That's all. But yeah, like Dick's got a green screen in his office, so it makes it very clean and seamless in the background. even if you have a different color background that's solid color, like Dick was saying, solid white, you want to be careful because it's going to pick up the white like in my shiny head and forehead and nose. A green screen is a color they picked because typically no one's going to have that color on them except for Tess and Jason.
You can also get a job as a weather forecaster and stand here and do the weather forecast for the nation or for Tucson.
There you go.
That's what they do at the TV studios, a green screen.
Yep, that makes sense.
And may
All
I,
right, guys, go ahead.
one more suggestion. Go on to Bing Images. It's on, just go look it up off of the internet. They have all these photographs there, and they are copyright free. And you can use those photographs of a background of a city or whatever, Tucson, and you can use that.
Did you say
Very
Bing? B-I-N-G?
Bing
Okay.
Images.
Okay.
Also,
So is
guys,
everybody ramped up for the day?
yes.
Yep. I gotta go, but
Good.
everybody.
All right.
Check
All
the
right.
chat.
Take care, everybody.
3 more websites to go off of. So if you want
All
some
right,
free
guys. Thanks
Thanks,
for having me.
Thank
for
you.
being
You're
here.
welcome.
So,